The U.S. government's filed a lawsuit to stop Microsoft from becoming an even bigger monopoly. About time, would you say?
It's long overdue, and ironically, what it took was Microsoft trying to buy the video game company Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
And of course, we see the monopoly problems with that. It's almost shocking that Microsoft even had the audacity to say, we're going to do this because who's going to stop us?
We're going to do this because we can.
Yeah.
Basically, we don't have a government entity, because now when you look in the back, you look at really behind this story, you're seeing that the very people who are supposed to be regulating them have come from the tech industry. They've come from Microsoft. So what we see is, the tech companies are simply, it's a revolving door. You move from the tech company to regulatory, and nothing ever happens. I mean, whether you're dealing with antitrust issues, monopoly issues, it doesn't make any difference, because they all come from the industry. The same thing, and I can't say this enough time. The movie Dopesick. Now, as you know, we started the opioid case right here in this lawsuit. That was the national opioid case that we started right here. And I was hesitant to watch Dopesick because I didn't think that I always think they don't get it right.
Yeah.
This movie got it right. But the most important thing that they said is they told the story how the FDA was responsible for thousands of deaths all over this country, all over the world. The FDA made the decision that, hey, we're going to let this happen. And the person who made the decision for the FDA, who told the doctors that the opioid was less than 1% addiction problem, after he did that, you know where he went to work? He went to work for Purdue, the people who manufactured the product. Went to work for the Sackler family, the people who were responsible for thousands, hundreds of thousands of deaths. And so it's just that revolving door thing, man. It just never changes. I say it all the time. The FDA is completely dysfunctional, utterly dysfunctional. And when you watch Dopesick, you'll see, as I'm watching that, I'm feeling like I'm living through it. Because I took the depositions in that. I mean, I was there in the middle of it, taking the deposition, asking these questions. And they really get it right. And you'll get so angry, Farron, when you watch how government entities were captured by the industry.
And with this particular suit here, which again, kind of shocked they're even doing it at the FTC, but good for them, it's reminiscent, just so people kind of understand what we're looking at, back in the good old days where you had the movie theaters owned by the movie companies. And they would say, our movies can only show in our theaters can only show our movies. Big lawsuit, obviously, broke up those monopolies. And that's the exact same thing here with Microsoft, who makes Xbox, trying to buy the video game company. You can't own the platform and the content and everything else under the sun. So to me, this seems like a fairly easy lawsuit the government should be able to win.
It won't.
They'll put the dumbest lawyers they have on it, so
it's
they
not
lose.
the problem. I've come to the conclusion after reading, because I've always been so troubled by what in the hell is wrong with the Department of Justice. What's happened with our governmental prosecutors? And the truth is, the best trial lawyers coming out of law school, they're not going to government work anymore. They're going into private industry. And so you have kind of the, I call it the pencil pusher nerds, the people who are top of their class where it came to writing, and they're great on memos, and they did make great grades. They graduated the top, 1% of their class. But those aren't the people that you want going to trial. And unfortunately, that's what's happened with, I think, a lot of these governmental agencies. Farron, thanks for joining me, okay?
Thank you.
That's all for this week. But all of these segments are going to be available this coming week right here on this channel. And you can follow us on Twitter at America's Lawyer. I'm Mike Papantonio, and this has been America's Lawyer, where we tell you the stories that corporate media won't tell you because their advertisers don't allow them to tell the stories, or their political connections are so tribal that they won't allow for it. And hopefully we'll see you next time.